Hello there. Welcome to Thought for the Week. I hope you had a great celebration over the Christmas period. Wonderful, isn't it, to be with friends and family? Great. Well, we're in the Acts of the Apostles at the moment, and we're looking at Luke's tremendous descriptions about the early church. He was a real wordsmith, was our Dr. Luke, well loved by those that knew him. And we have Paul to thank for that little detail, because when he referred to his friend, he called him the beloved physician. And he was. So many people loved him because of his grace and his wisdom, and that's reflected in his writing. We've been looking at the apostles ministering to people in public, out in the street even, incredible miracles happening. And the Sanhedrin, the Sadducees in particular, with the high priest and his cronies, they were filled with jealousy and envy. They could not do what the apostles were doing, although something within them told them they ought to be. Well, that's a horrible mix, and we see it in these religious leaders. They weren't able to do what these other people were doing, and so they tried to stop them. That's what happens, isn't it? Hate the message, shoot the messenger. It's an old saying, but there's a lot of truth in it, isn't there? So what did they do? Acts 5:18 tells us they arrested the apostles and put them in the public jail. Well, that would deal with it, wouldn't it? Put them in the public prison, shut them up, prevent them from getting to the people. But they reckoned without the Lord. During the night, an angel of the Lord opened the doors of the jail and brought them out. Go stand in the temple courts, said the angel, and tell the people the full message of this new life. We've been thinking a bit about the ministry of angels recently, haven't we, with the Christmas celebrations? Some people sort of think of angels as being like fairies, figments of imagination, not really existing. But you see, they're wrong. Angels are ministers sent by God from heaven to minister to the likes of you and me, God's people. We don't often see them, but they're always there. And that's a remarkable thing. And we have evidence of that in what we call the Christmas story, where angels figure prominently, don't they? Well, angels certainly figured prominently here, because here, with the apostles all locked up, under lock and key, but that was no hindrance to the Lord. That was no hindrance at all. During the night, an angel of the Lord opened the doors. You see how practical they are. They do practical things, opening doors of prisons, indeed, when God's people need help, and telling them to go stand in the temple courts. That always shakes me a bit, frankly, because you'd expect that releasing them from prison after they'd been put there by the authorities, they would want to maintain a low profile. Get out of town. That would really be what I'd expect. But so often we think of things without thinking of the Lord God, who does things so differently from us. And what did his angel tell these apostles to do? Not get out of town, but go to the temple courts, right to the center of the city, right where the people gathered. Oh my word. Courting trouble? Well, you could say that, but doing God's will, that's more to the point. And that's exactly what the apostles did. That's the essence of discipleship, you know. We could do well to think about that this week. But for now, bye-bye, and a happy new year.